viewers at home, welcome to yet another exciting moment with us on this program, Future Ambassadors. Today we are looking at something very, very important, and we are looking at greed. Greed has affected a lot of people in the society, especially the youth. Is something that eating into our fabric, that is damaging or destroying so many lives. So today I have with me in the studio some lovely guests that will be telling us more about this. I have Pastor Benga Otubu. You're welcome to this program.
Thank you very much, Ms.
And I also have a wonderful lady in the studio. I have Joy Okago. You're welcome to this program.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now we are looking at greed, and like I said earlier on, a lot of people there's greediness everywhere. People want to embezzle for me alone, and all that. People don't want to consider their neighbor, consider what is happening in somebody else's home. Everybody just want to fill his pocket or her pocket. What is greed to you, sir?
Thank you, my moderator. Well, I see greed as an inordinate desire of somebody to acquire more than what he or she needs.
Okay.
More than, because, like you rightly say in your intro, you say even rich people are greedy.
Yes, they are still greedy.
You now begin to wonder, what are they looking for again after having everything? It's because there's this innate desire in them to always want to acquire more than what they need. Is a problem that some people just have, and like you said, is a problem that transcends even beyond the youth.
Yes,
it's everywhere. Whether you are rich, whether you are poor, everybody wants to acquire more than what they actually need.
Some people are just keeping for their generation that are even yet unborn.
That's at the expense of other people.
Yes,
you know, at the expense of other people, which is, to me, is not right.
Okay.
I mean, one has to be. There's this thing called contentment. If you are contented, there won't be any need for you to be greedy or to want to acquire what belongs to others. You just want everything to be. So is this desire to acquire more than what you actually need?
Okay.
Because there's a difference between need and wants.
Okay.
You get the point. There's what you need. Yes, there are certain things that one needs in life, but it's not everything you want that you can get.
Okay.
But the ones you can afford, go for it. But when you now go beyond your boundary by maybe wanting to steal or wanting to acquire, then you now begin to practice some things that are not right for you to get it. So that's just what I want to say for now.
Okay, now let me hear from the wonderful lady, youth in the house, and Joy. What is greed to you? Why is it that most people are greedy? They want to get more and more and more. Let's hear.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma, for the opportunity. Greed to me, you know, as the saying goes, human are insatiable being. But when you are insatiable and you lack the control of what you should possess, it has grown from you wanting to meet a particular need of yourself to hurting others is greed. Because the major definition, what makes greed, is when you go beyond your expected limit at the expense of others, just like Daddy had said. You hurt people, you don't mind killing people, you don't mind making rituals, you go through a lot of things just to get what you know that on a normal, if you're patient, you will get on a platter of gold.
Okay, that's if you're patient, you
yes,
get. Okay,
you will get on a platter.
So now, what is the difference between greediness and being ambitious? Like, do you think if everybody just stay put to where he or she is, there will be? Do you think I will acquire more? But if I'm ambitious, I'm going to get more. Maybe I will go to more school. I will get more certificate and all that, which can make me to be promoted or get to the climax of my career.
Okay, thank you very much. Being ambitious to me as a youth is when you have a particular, you focus on something. You have a particular focus, a particular target. It could be financial, it could be academical, it could be marital, it could be ministerial. Now, I want to attain this particular height in ministry. I want to attain this particular height financially. I want to be able to meet up to making 10 million naira in a year. And this 10 million naira I want to make, these are the legal plans I have to achieve this 10 million naira. You are being ambitious in a good way. Now, greed is in a bad way.
Okay.
They are opposite of each other. Greed is, you have the 10 million already, but No,
Is- you are not
this time
okay.
is not enough. If I will have to kill this man
That has five.
that has 5 million or even 5,000 naira to get his 5,000 naira, which I know would not even look as if
you have added anything.
I have added anything. That is
Okay.
greed at the expense of others. But being ambitious, oh, I want to do this, and I'm going to go to school just like you said. I'm going to do businesses. I'll do freelance job. I'll do this in a legal manner. Greediness is often related to illegality.
Okay, let's hear from you, sir. You have more to throw to that.
Yeah. Well, my sister have said it, but what I want to say is this: between greed and ambition. Of course, when you are ambitious, it's legal. You have plans, and you set plans within a certain limit of time to achieve certain things. That might take time, but eventually you will still achieve it and still make the money. You get the point that you want to make. But in terms of when it comes to greediness, a greedy person is not patient.
Okay.
They want to have it fast, and that's why they go to any length to achieve what they want to achieve, not minding whose horse is gorged. They can even kill to have their money. To have that thing. But one thing that they don't realize that something you get at the expense of others will definitely not last.
Okay.
Because what you work for will definitely last. It might take time. You will value it more. But let me give an instance. Look at this issue of kidnapping.
It's rampant.
It's rampant now. What push people to kidnapping? One of the things is what? Greed. There's a rich man there. Let's go and kidnap him. The man has worked for that money over time, over the years. And you start down in one corner of the room and plan on how to, eventually when you get him kidnapped, you collect 50 million, 100 million. Now, that 50 million, after collecting it, does it really satisfy you?
They want to buy the latest
Does it
car,
really
they want to
satisfy
do
you?
this.
One thing about greed is that greed will never satisfy.
They will end up kidnapping someone else
Yes,
again.
it will never satisfy you. Rather, it will ignite in you the desire for unrighteous accumulation of wealth. And it will keep going. So definitely a greedy person will never be satisfied.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, now, so what are those things that greediness can lead to? Like you just said, they will never be satisfied and all that.
Yes.
What other things can it lead to? Can it lead to people? Let's hear from you. Yeah, they want to talk.
Okay. Greed can actually, aside from the killing aspect, aside from the kidnapping aspect, it can actually lead to immorality.
Okay.
Yes.
When we talk about the marital aspect,
Yeah.
a man or a woman who is not satisfied with her spouse or his spouse would definitely have eyes outside and would do anything to get what he wants.
Okay.
And that is one of the major reasons that divorce is so much in the country right now.
Right now, yes.
One of the reasons is greed.
Yeah.
Now, and another reason or cause of greed, or what greed can lead to also, is it can actually lead to separation in family, in families, among siblings.
Yeah.
When
One is greedy.
Yeah, one is greedy. For instance, is the firstborn to get a particular inheritance. Yes. The younger one will say, why will he be the one? After all, I'm a man, or after all, we are all ladies. You should share it equally. Okay. Before you know it, fight comes. Families that are united before, the bonds just break, and it's as if they were never siblings before. So greed has caused a lot of havoc to even families, among siblings, among couples, in the society, even in the government sectors and everywhere.
Yeah. So now, sir, I'm coming back to you. Yes. How do we legislate in such a way that I will not just be thinking about myself alone? Maybe I'm giving it, like she just talked about, even in government sector, that I will legislate in such a way that from our own primary places, like maybe youth and all that, the little opportunities we are given to, how do we legislate in such a way that I will not just think of myself alone, but to serve others?
That's the way it should be, really. One should think of how to satisfy others. But unfortunately, greed is as old as man. Let me put it that way. It's as old as man. When you go to the scriptures, look at the case between probably Esau and Jacob.
Okay, that's for the Christians.
Yes, for the Christians. Greed made even the junior to want to acquire that of the senior. Of course, with the connivance of the mother. But at the end of the day, when it's almost boomerang, thank God he was forgiven. But others might not be lucky. You know, like my sister said earlier on, you are a junior. It is the right of the senior to get some things in the family as an inheritance. And you as a junior brother or sister, why will he be the only person to have it? Why will it be that our father will give him this? Some might go to the length of killing, to the extent of killing, so that they can acquire it. So greed has led to destruction of relationships. Not only in family, even in businesses. Destruction of relationship, because some people are not just satisfied. They are covetous. You know, when a covetous person will always be greedy, because he always wants to acquire what belongs to others, wanting everything to belong to him. Now you are talking about legislation. That might be difficult too, because there is no law. Because this thing is innate, it's inbuilt. It's like it has been even engraved in the gene of some people.
That's why we are looking at it now, even from the home sector. If we, like you just said, from the home sector, if we can correct it from the home, I think it will go a long way.
Yes, I agree with you.
Correcting
it from the home will start right from when the youth are still children. So that comes down to the parents.
Yeah.
It is the parents that will let the children know the value of hard work right from the time they are still small.
Yeah. Okay.
To let them know that, look, acquiring success can never be, success can never be acquired through a shortcut. You have to go through some routes. And once you go through those routes, you will still achieve what you want to achieve. It might take time, but you will still achieve it. But if you, a greedy person, like I said earlier on, will want a shortcut to success. And a shortcut to success will always boomerang at the end of the day. And it might come back to the family. Those are the kind of children you see at the end of the day.
But in the society we're having these days, people don't want to see anyone working hard. They would think, oh, this one is a foolish person or something. Maybe you are working hard to get something, but some people are doing it fast, shortcut, and you are following the long process. You're wasting. Don't you think the person is wasting his time or her time on that long process when other people are having shortcuts?
Probably because of the example they are seeing. You know, talking about youth now, when they see examples, look at our politicians, for instance. You know, a lot of them are greedy. Let's be frank with ourselves. A lot of money that's maybe earmarked for this and that, you see them acquiring it, and you know, this youth with if you look at exactly, that's that mentality is in
let me eat my home.
That mentality is in every Nigerian. If I get there, I will get my own. So nobody is ready to serve.
National cake.
National cake. Nobody is ready to serve. That mentality is there. So a lot depends or lies on the table of our parents to really bring. That's why the Bible says, bring up a child in the way he should go, so that when he grows up, when he's old, he will not depart from it. That's the basic thing. And once that is missing, of course, the child will grow up, without any direction.
Okay.
And he can do anything.
So now, why is it that most youth are not happy with what they have, the little that they have, with that thing that they have with them?
Okay, well, I would say oftentimes, there's a Yoruba adage that says that I don't know how to put it, but let me paraphrase it in a way that that your parents, I don't know, but yeah, something like now, most times our parents do so well to bring us up in a way that we actually should live and be happy and be satisfied. But personally, at the particular stage of our life, we're just going, that one is old school. They tag the trainings of our parents in a godly way, in the right way, as old school. And because they find themselves in the midst of some kind of friends that have contaminated their mindset of what their parents have planted in them, it now gets them to begin to get themselves acquainted to the wrong paths and steps of life. So oftentimes it has to do with the mind. What is your mindset about this particular thing? If your parents don't teach you, they should teach you in church. You hear the message every day. They teach you in the mosque. You should hear every day. You go to pray. So now it is now left for you. Now, coming to the story of Adam and Eve, the devil only made suggestions. He said to Eve, did the Lord say? And Eve said, yes. He did say, you will not surely die, but your eyes will be opened. You will know the difference between good and evil. He was just selling
An idea.
an idea to her. I have this and I want to sell it. This thing is beautiful. It is left for you to decide if you want to buy it or not.
So now, how do we now have that mindset of our own to be able to say no to some certain things? Because these days now, I believe is the mindset of others that rules a lot of youth in the society. So how do I have that mindset to say no to this? I want to stand to this. This is what I want to follow, and that is what I will do.
Okay. Now, having that mindset, for me, I will use myself as a case study or as an example. Oftentimes, I've been faced with some certain challenges that would really want to push me into doing some kind of things that my fellow youths are doing, and they are making waves. But when I sit down, I tend to sit and I weigh the consequences. And I tell myself, but fine, as much as beautiful as this story or lifestyle, well packaged is, what will be my benefits? How am I going to end up in life? How is it going to be for me? Is it going to be more beneficial? Will I that I follow this path, or is it this one? When I sit down to weigh the between following the wrong path and the good path, it will now inform my mind of what to do. But the issue is, most of us youths are not even ready to sit down
to think. I wanted to answer that question. That how many people are even thinking these days?
Impatience has gotten so much into the heart of it that all they are interested in sharp. How we go take drama will make them. They don't want mind whether the consequences na death. They don't care. They are just ready to how we go do am like this. I be no wahala. Let's go.
Okay.
So we need to have,
just to buttress what my sister said. Look at this issue of Yahoo boys. They know the consequences of what they are doing.
Of course,
they don't care.
Yeah.
In fact, some of them, they will tell them on a particular day you will die. They will say, look, all I want is let me just be rich for a day.
Whether it's for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much.
They don't care. So the consequences, they are not even looking at it.
They are not.
And that boils down to what I said earlier on, upbringing. If somebody has been brought up in a godly way, it might be difficult for the person to deviate.
Yeah.
One. Then number two, what about peer pressure? The kind of friends
you keep.
Yeah. The Bible says, there is a saying, popular saying, tell me your friend, and I will tell you who you are. The kind of friends you move with, matters a lot. Let me tell you one thing. When I was secondary school, I was in a boarding house.
Okay.
A lot of my boarding school mates, then used to smoke and drink beer. Okay. But I made up my mind. It's a matter of integrity.
Yeah.
I made up my mind right from when I was secondary school. I will never smoke.
No drink.
I will never drink.
That means mindset.
It's a mindset.
Matters.
So it's a matter of integrity. You making up your mind.
So is there scarcity of mindset now?
Well, I want to say to a large extent yes, probably because of the environmental factors.
Or scarcity of thinking, or what will I put? What kind of grammar will I use?
The economy has really twisted the mind of a lot of people. Economy is not friendly. Let's be frank with ourselves.
Sure.
People, you graduate for years, you don't get a job, and opportunity come for you to make money.
You grab now.
You grab it.
Having waited for so long.
So you grab it. So people are not thinking. Opportunity come. Sharp. Let's do it.
Especially for
and that is really destroying the youths. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's really destroying a lot of them. I pray that I just hope that something will just happen that will change everything.
Can we really have a change in society again?
Yes, we can.
Okay, now how can we measure someone that is wealthy?
Okay, there's a saying that says we don't measure wealth by the amount of money in your bank account, but by the amount of people whom you have touched their lives positively.
Okay.
That's it.
So that is wealth. A lot of people misinterpret wealth to be billions of naira, billions of dollars and all that. But the truth is that is not it. It is how many people, how many lives have you transformed? With the little change you have, how many lives have you been able to bring forward, impact? That is your wealth. Because there is a time in life that everyone will get to. The amount of money in your bank account would not keep you. It is the company, the lives you have touched and impacted that will be there for you to give you strength. That is why most times when people get to their old age, they spend millions of money, yet they don't get better. But when someone comes to their life in less than 1 week, relate with them,
You relate-
friendly, make them feel comfortable. They resuscitate immediately. It's as if something magical happens, and that deteriorating health begins to come back to itself. So wealth is not measured by the money you have in your account, but by the lives you've impacted.
By the lives you've impacted.
Then I want to just one. No, there's this saying, this Abiola, when he was alive, he was granted an interview many years ago, and he said, look, when you are going up, when you are rising, the people you meet on the way impact on their life, like my sister said. Because peradventure, when you are coming down, it is those people that will be there for you. That is where the wealth is, not money.
True.
So I totally agree with what my sister said. How many lives have you impacted? You might not have much, but you can impact on lives. And people will remember you for good. There are so many people, rich people out there, who have not impacted life. When they die, nobody remembers them.
Nobody.
We have them.
That's why immediately they die, their money just flies away.
Their money flies away.
No one remembers them.
Nobody remembers them. But yet, an average man will die, and people will keep remembering them for years because they have impacted. That is where the wealth is.
Okay.
Wealth is different from. I mean, that's wealth, not money. The amount of money in your bank account.
The houses you build.
You get the point. That is where the wealth, and that's why you see some of these wealthy men who have caught that idea. You see them impacting on lives with their money, impacting on life, because they know that will speak a lot
For them.
And I even think money has wings, safe. Even
of
when
course, money has wings.
It can fly
It can
away.
fly
When they're
away.
even still alive.
When you don't manage it well,
Yes.
it can fly away.
Yes.
You can fly away. So money is meant to be a servant. You send him on errand.
Yeah.
He works for you.
True.
And when you die, those things will now speak. That's the thing. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
My
Okay,
take on
can
that.
even money save people from dying? Because people think,
No.
if I have all the money,
No. I remember again. Let me refer to that man. This is Abiola again. When his wife died, he spent. She was sick, right? Not the one that was murdered, though.
Okay.
The first wife. When she died, I mean, he had all the money. Took her abroad. Eventually, she died. You know what she said? Shame to money.
he said so.
He said so. Shame to money. I mean, so money cannot. When death beckons, money cannot do anything.
Yeah.
That's your
Okay, that's interesting anyway. So before we wrap it up, what message you have for the youth, for people at home listening, that thinks money is all that we need to have in life?
Dear viewers, I will tell you in summary that no matter how the storms of life hit you, what is more important is patience. If you are patient, you can acquire anything you want in this world. There's so much risk in you being faster than the purpose and plan that God has for you when it comes to wealth. Hold on to the God you serve. Trust him and things will work well for you.
Thank you very much.
Does not help.
Greed does not help. Okay, let's hear from Pastor Otubu.
What I would just tell our youth out there is, just like my sister said, be patient. Patience is a virtue.
True.
It's a virtue. And once you have it, at the right time, what the plan of God for your life will fall in place. Just be patient. Because God has a script for everybody. Your script, the script of your life is the hand of God. Allow it to run out naturally. Then you will see what God will do.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you, viewers at home, for being there. We hope we heard this all. Let's follow the pattern that God has created for us. Also, come your way again on the same program next week. Bye-bye.